We're going to have an update on the Jerome Reed situation, and plus on the situation, another murder in our neighborhood, in this neighborhood, where they beat this guy to death and set the dogs on him. Walter Hudson's going to talk a little bit about, just bring us up to date, and then after that, we could have some food and continue informally, or we could have like a group dialogue, but more informal.
Good afternoon, everybody. For those who don't know me, I am Walter Hudson, Chair and Founder of National Witness Alliance. And also been in the forefront here with the City of Bridgeton and Ms. LaWanda Reed back there in the struggle for justice for her husband, Jerome Reed. Where we at today, still, you know, they keep using the term, you know, still investigating or what have you, but I think that we are intelligent enough to know what that really means when they say they're investigating. Basically, they are gathering up one solid statement to come out against what everybody else saw that night in question. So far, we had a second autopsy done. So right now it's just a matter of we have to get the protest going again. We can't stop with that. The mayor owes us a deed, and we should not stop until, you know, we get that. Well, we should not stop until we get, you know, justice for Jerome Reed. And what justice looks like for Jerome Reed is a conviction or an indictment against the two officers who executed him that night. So that's where we are at with that. As you are aware, in Violin, we are engaged into another battle with Mr. Philip White, who was beaten at death. What was that? April?
Tuesday.
What was that, April 2nd?
Yeah.
April 2nd.
April 1st, actually.
It was April 1st?
Fool Day.
Yeah.
Wow. April 1st, everybody seen the tape and heard that the officer said he grabbed his gun, and so apparently he was unarmed. So the common reason to use is he reached or lunged or whatever. In this particular case, he grabbed the gun. So as we see how much grabbing was really done because Mr. Phillip was laying on the ground being, you know, bitten by a dog and whatnot. So we're going to wait and see, you know, where that goes. Some more planning and organizing need to be done around that. We're dealing with the same prosecutors, and I released a statement, you know, letting them know that we still want the prosecutors to relinquish the investigation because we have no faith in their investigation. And not only that, they should, one of the reasons why, a new reason why they should relinquish this investigation, because come to find out, the parents of Mr. Phillip White and the prosecutor, Jennifer, went to the same church. So what is the difference?
There ain't none.
What is the difference with that than in Bridgeton, she recused herself because she knows Brahim Days. So, you know, that just, you know, one cat out the bag. That's going to come out next week because I'm going to, you know, put that out there. But just, you know, giving you an update of where that's going.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all gonna be at the board meeting or the council meeting on the 8th?
On the 8th, Bridgeton,
Yes.
I plan on being there, yes.
Well, I have a sincere request. Please before, because I know you're a ball of fire. Like, before you get talking about what you need to talk about, I have an issue. You know, you have the open time.
Right.
I have an issue with the mayor that I need to discuss.
Right.
And it's unrelated to this.
Right.
So.
You want to go first?
Please, by all means. Because I'll be there supporting, by all means, but my
Just
issue,
talk the day of, talk with them.
my issue real quick, and I don't want to cut you off from
Right.
your conversation. I have a son that's 19 years old that's in jail. And he was denied his educational rights as he was being placed in there since last year on August the 8th. And from that time to this time, he has not been receiving education. And under Title IX, he's entitled to have his education because he's an IEP child. And because they neglected to give him that, I'm fighting for him, and I'm already, it's an open and shut case, they give him the money. But more importantly, you need to teach your staff at the county jail that they don't have the right to deny to answer my phone call. And then I calls there, and I writes them, and it's been going on for a whole year. It's not just them that's involved, the JJC's involved, my local Selden Public School, because all of these channels, there was a disconnect, and y'all all missed the fact that, yeah, my son may be in jail. It doesn't matter if he had 99 and a half years, he did. He was still entitled to his education, and somewhere along the line, y'all denied him that right. And as long as he has that, he has those rights according to our Constitution, I'm a mandate that they be followed. So you need to deal with your staff and not stop making them think that they're above me to call me back or to even to listen, to address me, because now y'all gotta pull out the Benjamins and pay my son. Okay?
Is this
So,
the mayor?
I would like for you to not go first.
Can you
Because
finish
if
what you were
do go
saying?
first,
I don't wanna get in
calm.
front of her either.
No, I'm gonna be calm and I'm gonna
They
say
gonna
that.
need 3 minutes anyway.
I don't care, in 3 minutes I'm gonna get out.
They stopped doing that
No,
the
no.
minute you guys stopped showing up.
No.
Oh, did they?
No, wait,
Oh,
They're
okay.
never.
But no, he's not gonna give me 3 minutes. I'm gonna tell you why I know he's not gonna give me 3 minutes. Because he has a picture of me and him, hand in hand, on his desk. Hold up. He's not gonna give me 3 minutes because he knows me very well. And he know I'll cut a fool and I'll get arrested and my dad will be there to bail me out. So it's not even a problem. He's gonna give me more than 3 minutes, I guarantee you. But I do know that I would like to say that because I wanna expose them for making me wait a whole year, fighting and going through all these hooplas, channels, and all this, and then hear my son say, oh, mom, what's that? And then he writes me, right is right. Right, R-I-G-H-T, is a direction. W-R-I-T is like writing right.
Right.
You know we know this, but he doesn't know that, and that's disturbing on my brain. That y'all did this, y'all assisted in his failure to succeed and thrive in life because you refused to give him his education. So I just want to get that little bit out, and I will sit down and I'll cheer him, go ahead, water, okay? Don't let me do it, water.
Hey.
I just need to give you a heads up. Don't get that adrenaline rush and forget about it. Because we're like, hold up, water, hold up,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
So, back to Violent, I reached out to the mayor of Violent, and ironically, well, not ironically, but how conveniently for him, he left the day before. I don't know if he's on a week vacation, but he's gone for a week. And I've seen this happen in several, cases that I've been on, like in New Brunswick and Beauchamp Leach and Penns Grove, where an incident that has happened as a death by, police. You have the so-called community leaders or lead officials, go hiatus. So I reached out to the next in charge, which is the director of public safety. So he was very evasive in wanting to, meet with me and a couple people, from other organizations. And his exact words was he's not going to succumb to pressure, from outsiders and what have you. So I had mentioned to him that, well, you owe your people an explanation. They pay your salary. They are the taxpayers. So, you just can't, take that approach. And I said, I would not allow you to take that approach. So we wanted to meet like as soon as possible. So he kept putting it off on the 14th, because on the 14th they're supposed to have some type of community, whatever event to basically talk about nothing. And that, and that's normal what they do, when there's a case like what happened to Mr. Philip White, they try to like drag it out. So by that time, all the emotion is gone, all the air is, out the balloon, and then they could, come in and basically give their false promises and empty hopes, and back to business as usual.
Where's that meeting supposed to be?
It's supposed to be the 14th at I wrote it down, I don't have the paper on, but at some type of church, but I'm following up Monday morning because they're open. I know a lot of people not,
So you gonna post that up on Facebook?
open and, yeah, I'll be posting that. But I'm pushing for a meeting before the 14th. I mean, that's unacceptable, to, on the 1st and then 2 weeks later, So we dealing with the same type of power structure that we was dealing with here in Bridgeton, just with different faces. So the council was made up of, from what I've seen, 100% Latinos. So, I seen, white faces, I seen black faces that uphold the status quo. So this is nothing, new. So that's where we at with that. My hopes is to unite both communities. There's definitely attention. So, but it's going to need more organizing and planning, and hopefully, we get people involved. National news already picked it up. So this definitely will not get swept underneath the rug. And I found out that a young lady died in the jail. I believe I found that out the day of. The day of Philip White. I didn't know that. So we definitely need to, keep the pressure on the powers that be. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. 3 people died in custody of law enforcement officials in less than 100 days.
Yeah. I think we should go to the freeholders meeting.
That's what I
I
was
believe.
thinking, because
That's
the
what
mayor
I agree.
is
Step on some big
not,
toes.
I mean, as much as he wants to be a help to the
That's the
community,
county.
it's the county
I think also
jurisdiction,
you need to be writing to these senators.
So which one you talking about, Vineland or Bridgeton?
It's Cumberland County, it's a
Cumberland
freeholder
County.
board,
Cumberland
honey.
County, that covers both.
Yeah.
Because they ain't saying nothing, I don't see them, even in churches. Are you really serious? The churches don't wanna get them, they don't even wanna let you have church.
No, but let me tell you about the churches here in this town. I'm from Bridgeton too, just like everybody sitting here mostly. They not gonna do that, because this is political lockdown.
Yep.
Yeah?
Mr. Kelly, Pastor Duncan, Pastor Morgan, they got the city on lockdown. They got their people from their churches like in these places, so
You need to
when you
boycott
come,
the churches.
when you come, when you come to try to do
Or to a
some,
funeral or wedding.
breaking away and stretching it out and trying to address it, it's gonna be hard.
Oh, we start killing the church people kids, then they want to try to help them. It's sad, it's sad to say that.
So when do the freeholders meet?
Hmm?
When do the
Will they
freeholders
still
meet?
be down on Water Street? At the freeholders, down off of Water?
Not
Right
everybody.
at City Hall.
The city, up the courthouse, big
I don't
courthouse.
know, but back in the day, I mean.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
back in the
down
day,
there.
you been gone for a long time.
No, I'm just
Yes,
saying.
she is.
So wait a minute, they meet at,
Right up there, the big city courthouse,
oh, we marched there?
Yeah,
right there.
That's the courthouse, the City Hall.
that's the county.
No, we talking about the freeholders, we
The
talking
county
about city
Oh,
council.
the freehold.
Yeah, they meet
Freeholders
there.
is right there.
The county house, yeah.
County house.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We go up in there, there gonna be some, don't bring your cell phone. Don't bring that that's gonna make a medical, where they gonna be having to do all this extra stuff. I'm coming out, leave my cell phone in the car, I'm gonna have no buttons on my jeans, so the bells don't fall.
Well,
So we're gonna make
I'ma tell
it
you.
big.
the people that used to run Bridgeton, after they got finished robbing the place and taking all the money,
Yeah.
they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, they done walked away. And now they left it to, I like Mr. Kelly in some sense, but he's corrupt to
He's
the
sure
core.
is.
All of them.
He's corrupt to the core.
More
And the thing is that when you fighting them, these people, they like professionals at it. They professionals at doing wrong. And they professionals before they do the wrong, they clean it up before they do the wrong. So
Because they
when
know.
you got those types of demons that you're working with, you
Yeah.
have to strategize against them differently. And this is what I realized, look at these seats here, they all should be full, it shouldn't be no room
All
here,
should
but
be
you
no
know
room.
what to do? You can't do it the way y'all did it this time.
What you mean right
You
there?
have to, you you have to get them with food. You gotta get them with food.
Food.
You gotta.
They don't even want
You
no
got,
food.
no,
Yeah.
yes, you can.
Yeah.
And I went
Yeah.
I could have probably bought 50 people here by myself if I did not.
But you didn't, did you put refreshments on here?
No, I
It
didn't.
couldn't have been
It said
on there
something
because
about-
I didn't know
I said
until the
something
day
about
that I had
on
to cook
there.
something.
See, if you'd have put refreshments.
They-
Oh,
you got one
sorry.
feed 'em.
No, not that. This is what you gotta do. You gotta get them way before the meeting time. I'm a hoverer. I'll bring everybody in my house.
I know
You sleep 2 on the couch.
Well, let's do it
Yeah.
again. Let's do it again and do it
Cause I
bigger
don't
and
like
better.
this.
That's all.
This is just, we could all go.
Ain't got
But this is
no
the
young
start.
boys
This is
in
the
the
start
area.
point.
Yeah,
But if you want really, like, I'm telling you, the reason why I didn't come is because my foot, as soon as this thing get really right,
I'll say something.
I'm gonna be on point.
Well,
Well, here, Mr. Waller,
I was in,
cause I'm mad at you.
I was busy
Bust your
man.
head open.
I've been in New York and, I seen a man that I've seen a couple people. One man had no legs. Another man broke both of his legs.
No, I'm not saying it's a total.
And they was there
I'm not
to the march.
Wait, listen to me. Listen to me, Walter. Ain't no man in the world. No, this is my classmate.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't a buddy of mine.
Oh.
But listen, Mr. Walter, I could not come because I had a screw removed out of my foot, right? And then the bones got broke, okay? So everybody pain level was different. I don't just wanna take I end up with the pain by myself. And I'm in recovery right now. But this is, I just wanted to share with everybody that the state know that I got the staff members for parking and handicap. So what they want me to do is be nice and go to the state level and get a little bit, a couple of dollars. I'm gonna play the game with them. I'm gonna get up there with my attorney that I don't really need because I did all this by myself. And I'm gonna say, they're gonna say, well, we'll give you this much. You put your position in and say what you want. We're gonna go back and forth. But then we get to the end, the hour up. I'm gonna be like, look, this hour is winding up. And I'm not in agreement with what you're talking about, and now it's time for me to exercise my right. I just want them to make sure that they give the probable cause, and they're gonna give it to them anyway, because I got pictures of the staff members parking in the handicap. In January 2014, and after that, they did it again and again and again. I didn't show these pictures, the other pictures, because that's my secret weapon. But I did let them know verbally and through letter. But I can't give you the pictures because the state is corrupt. They could go get them little winches handicap stickers.
I have
Say, you know, you didn't even know they had a handicap, no. Because you don't know the
I have the
part.
Cumberland County freeholders schedule for April. They have a freeholders work session meeting on the 21st.
What about the next general meeting?
That's the best thing I can
They
see of
don't
a
give you,
general.
they don't give you a
A
head.
general meeting. They have Development Review Committee, Planning Board meeting, Agricultural Development Board meeting, Economic Development Board meeting, Freeholders Work Session meeting. That's the most general meeting I can see. Cultural and
Go
heritage.
down there.
But this is that's for April.
Let me say something about Cumberland County prosecutor. All I'm saying is, I know several cases, local, just from doing this, where they are just ramping up stuff and wobbling up charges and charge a whole bunch of people over a tiny little bit of this or that and going after them with indictments, okay?
Well, I had an indictment for assaulting a police officer, but I won my case.
Yeah, my point is, that they're going draconian here. When everyone's saying we got too many prisoners, we gotta do something about that. Cumberland County doesn't hear that message. Cumberland County's, they can't have enough prisoners. They're trying to get everyone on any tiny little slipshod charge. And that's gotta be wrong, and this is supposedly, they got Democrats in the freeholders, and they're supposed to be, Democrats supposed to be with the people.
People are educated.
And they got a prosecutor that's going haywire on people.
They indict my husband for 2 DWIs. He got one in '83 and one in '92. '92, he had a massive heart attack and died. But the good man above brought him back. Now he done had 3 heart attacks and died. Do you know they indicted him February, right?
Yeah.
Indicted him, it had to go to the big house. We don't pay money over there at Violent, for him to go to the AA over there, we don't pay money downtown, they still got the man going. The man, he finna have another heart operation, and he could die on the table. But that judge up there don't wanna listen. But when I go to court on the ninth, I might get locked up.
What judge?
That black judge up there.
Richard? Yeah.
Yeah, they indicted him, he got arrested and everything, fingerprint everything, for charges that he had 83 and 92. The man died.
Like
And
that.
they-
What they doing now?
the girl, and when I go to court, you go to court again the ninth. I go to court the ninth, I might get locked up. I'm telling you, how y'all gonna keep doing this to this man? This man is gonna, when he get operated on again, there's a chance that he might not even come back. You know, I had it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because the wires inside his body, so many wires in there, that they is shutting down his vital organs, they all tangled up. So the last doctor they couldn't get them all out. He died then. I was there from like 7 o'clock in the morning to like 10 at night. I'm like, what's taking so long? Finally, he had died. When he come home, he's all burnt up. But they put this man through this again. They put it through it.
So this work session meets the third Tuesday of every month at 6 o'clock.
The third Tuesday?
Third Tuesday of every month at 6 o'clock.
And there's nothing wrong with,
So that's the same night as the city council meeting too. So you gotta-
there's nothing wrong with the people starting to say to the prosecutors, to the police, to the freeholders, to the council, which is what our petition's saying,
Which
Yeah.
meeting?
you gotta stop.
Same night?
You know, you gotta stop
The,
running people
The working
in prison
session.
for these stupid
That's
things.
right. Because
You said the
the
one now?
prosecutor on the hill, that's his cousin. They stepping cousin. And then she going, when the judge said we got indicted, what did you touch his old stuff? The man didn't remember because he lost his mind here, and he didn't remember he had to go to court in 92. By the time I got, when he
So
was
we gotta go to
96,
one which is a more
there's
important.
a mess. But when I go to
The most
Thursday
important one, I
night,
think, is the freeholders.
okay.
I might go
Because the
to
mayor, he ain't talked. But I guess we'll go to the money and that going too, so we'll just go next month to the freeholders.
21st.
Yeah,
I don't feel like telling my story in front of
No,
her.
no,
Yeah. Don't.
where you come from anyway?
But I know.
And he's not even paying attention.
My son, he ain't got his indictment yet.
Yeah. And they-
3 weeks prior to the water husband.
So where's this food you were talking
They had
about?
2 guns in the car.
Oh,
2 guns was in the car.
Mess. Well, I tell you what,
2 guns
they
was
ain't
in the
gonna keep that
car.
for my hood.
Let's move to the next level of this meeting and go get some food.
Okay,
Go ahead, no, wait, not yet, not yet.
why not? Wait, what do you think I'm mentioning?
We'll talk about the new Jim Crow thing that went out.
Okay, not yet.
I want food. I'm not afraid to say it.
What?
I want food and I'm not afraid to say
Yeah,
it.
that's
I gotta run. Thank you so much. All right. If you have a question about anything, you take that.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you said something about the video. You want to know about the, if you're interested in what happened with the videotape. We don't know what happened with it.
She was not allowed to see what video.
Oh, he's asking about your
My
video.
son wants to know if anybody touched the video. But I was like, I don't think she saw the video.
Yeah, nobody chose him. He was editing him.
The video,
Did this
video of my son, when the cop
This
shot.
work.
They don't, people, they want